Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Omkar Sangita Sonone, a part of team AFMG, and today we are extremely glad to have with us Dr. Siva, who has recently cleared his FMG examination in the recently conducted June 2022 session. So first of all, I would like to wholeheartedly congratulate Dr. Siva and welcome on board and welcome on this side of the fence after crossing the mark.
Thank you so much, sir.
So the first thing that I want to you, first of all, I would like you to introduce yourself to our audience. Please go ahead.
I'm myself Shivraj. I'm from Tamil Nadu. I did my MBBS degree from Stavropol State Medical University, Russia, and I cleared it in. I completed my degree from last June, and it took 1 year for me to complete this FMGE exam, and this time I completed it.
Great. So congratulations once again. I would like to ask you the first question that I usually ask students. How does it feel now?
It feels so good, sir, to think about we did it actually. And then at the same time, even now I'm feeling nervous, is it true and is it happening? And it did happen, and
that's true.
I'm feeling good.
That's true. Now, what was your family's reaction?
Everyone were so surprised, and I just went to them and I told you guys are ready to go to Delhi, right? Next month, I'm taking you people there. And they were so happy and jumping, we were hugging each other, and having sweets and everything. And it was so good to hear.
Great. So the celebrations are ongoing still. So yes. Let me come to the questions now, because all the upcoming FMG aspirants look up to all those who have cleared their FMGE. And it's always better that they actually gain important tips and tricks from you all who have cleared your FMG examination. So it's better that they get an approach, they get a strategy from all of you to start with their preparations as well. So the first question that I would like to ask you, why did you choose MBBS? Why only medicine?
It is kind of on the sentimental side, because when I was a small boy, my sister always wanted to become a doctor, but unfortunately she is not alive now. She's not with us anymore. When I was a small boy by then, when these all things happen, I used to say to my parents, I will become a doctor, how my sister wanted to be. I will become, and I used to keep saying that from my school days, and it just happened like that. But I did have other choices also when I was doing my 12th standard, but eventually I wanted to go in this profession, and I did come here, and I feel that it's happening good so far. So good.
Great. So I can totally relate to that, because I have also lost my sister, and it always was her dream that I could become a doctor, and I can totally understand and relate to that. And I must say she would be definitely proud of you watching you from above, and yeah, she would be really happy today. So my next question to you, Dr. Siva, would be now actually asking you about the preparations. How was you as a student? How was you as a student during your UG days or during your med school? And then what was your strategy when you came over here? So please tell us about the journey.
When I joined my medicine, at 2015, we were so excited, we are going to be the future doctors of India. And we just joined in one of the good colleges but not in India, outside in Russia. And we were so excited, and we got anatomy books, every first year students, how they wanted to get. And we started opening, and we got really so confused. But we were so strong, we want to do good in our college days and everything. We were preparing so good. First year and second year, I did prepare every day. I was studying, and I was giving my exams well. But once, being honest, on my third year, fourth year, and fifth year, I was just preparing during my exam days, 2-3 days before exam, I was doing it. And other days, we were enjoying also, but I didn't miss any classes or bunk any classes. I was going, but I was not that strong how I used to be during on my first year and second year. And eventually fifth year and sixth year, I was little scared about my exams, because OBG and everything, it used to happen in a big level kind of there. And so it was literally scary, but we did cross that. And then after the graduation, when we came to India, I thought I will prepare by myself, sit in my own room and I will prepare. But it didn't go good for me. For the last time, December, I tried to do my own study, but I couldn't finish the syllabus. I did only finish 5 subjects in total 6 months, and I was moving nowhere. And I didn't score that much on the December exam. After that, I planned to join the offline classes, and my friends and seniors, everyone, like, they suggested me, like, go and join in AFMG. And I have seen my seniors doing well, and I was like, I don't know like what to do, but I want to do good in my life. And I came and joined, and things did happen good for me, and I did learn a lot from there. So.
Great, great. So now, as you told that your friends and seniors told you about AFMG, so actually my next question was like, what role did AFMG play in your preparations? How did it help you?
Like AFMG taught me, like, how not to study and how to study. Like you can study a subject, even if it is a big subject, like you can complete it in 5 days. And if you think you can complete it in 5 days, and if you didn't think that you will complete it in 5 days, you won't even complete in 50 days also. You have to stay strong, and you have to keep the morale high all over the 6 months. Like like for example, like weekly tests, like what we used to have there, and then TND, and then every
Right.
discussion and everything. So it was going good like that.
Great, great, great. So now talking about AFMG, I would come to my next point. Like, how did you manage all the classes, your own revisions, and also the MCQs as well at the same time? Like, how did you devote your time daily?
Like when I came and joined in Delhi there, like I was not so familiar with the places there, because I came from Tamil Nadu here, and everything was new. But I was like keeping my priorities at the top, like, for what you came till here, like so far away from your family and friends and everything, because I badly want to clear this exam. So I was like, get up early, and whenever I get a message from our group, like, you will be having these classes from this doctors, like at this time, I get up like early, and I get fresh up, and I go. My main thing was like, not to miss any classes at first, because if you miss classes, you're not gonna write the notes at first.
That's true.
If you didn't write the notes, even if you get printed from anyone or your friends or from the shops, wherever it is, you will find the notes, but you won't understand a thing if you didn't attend the class. So my main thing is like not to miss any classes. And I did try my best not to miss any classes except one subject, like pharmacology, because I joined little late and I couldn't attend that. But it didn't happen. It did happen later, and I was able to do it. So I didn't miss any classes. So I could like see what's happening in the class and what I wrote. So on that side, it was going good. And MCQs and everything, I didn't have any proper plan, like what to do, how to study. So I still remember like Vikas sir saying, like, if you guys know, you have already a plan, so you can do it, you guys follow that. And if you don't have, you leave that to us and you trust us, because like we have been doing this for years. And if you don't have a plan, trust us. And being honest, I didn't have any plan, so I didn't have to worry about anything. So I was just listening to them, like how to do and how to study. So I was just doing that, and MCQs, like revising. Like after attending like 2-3 months of class, I got an idea how to deal with the clinical questions and everything.
Great, great, great. So what I can derive from your answer is the most important thing is don't miss any classes. You need to be serious in these 4 to 5 months of time. And definitely apart from that, the other thing that you actually highlighted was to make your own notes, because that would be definitely important, because you cannot understand the notes made by anybody else, though they are available in market, but your own notes are definitely the first priority, right? So yeah, apart from that, you mentioned like you have twice mentioned about the guidance that you have received from AFMG. That brings to me to my next question. That what does usually an institute or a guide plays a role in your preparations? Because many of the students right now are preparing from their homes as well, or maybe most of them are preparing online as well. So what difference did you see when you came over here in offline classes, first thing? And the second thing, what difference did it make when you received the guidance from the institute?
Like the first thing I felt is like, why did I waste my past 6 months trying to study myself? Like I did believe on myself that I could able to finish it, but unfortunately I couldn't. At the end, what matters is like, you literally lost your 6 months, which is so precious, and you won't get it back. And when I came here to prepare like for the offline classes, it would have went either way, but it didn't go like that, because I tried to follow the schedule and everything, and I did follow, and it did turn out well and fine to me. So It was going, and I could able to finish the subjects, like in 3 days, 2 days, and 5 days, the complete syllabus. And I was like, what is this? Like, the last time I was preparing the same subject for 15 days, and here it was like for 3 days. And extra 1, 2, 3 days I took, and I could finish the complete chapter. I mean, complete subject,
That's true.
and I was able to get something from that subject. So I was feeling good and little more confident when I joined there.
That's great. That's great. So definitely, I must say that having a guidance plays a very important role, because not all people are able to study on their own, right? So having guidance by your side will definitely help you save your time. And that's the most important factor, considering actually we have like past our youth now. So considering our family situations, time is the most important factor. So now, please let me know, in AFMG, apart from your regular classes, definitely we have multiple other sessions. We have had test and discussion sessions, revision sessions, chanting sessions, image-based sessions. So how did you use them for your, how did you utilize them for your preparations? And were they the only source, or you preferred your notes as the first source? Please let me know.
Before I answer this, sir, I want to thank you for that. When we started the T&D, everyone knows that if it is T&D and from AFMG means it's gonna be like you, and you and T&D, it's like it's the same. And when I started like preparing and studying the notes from everything, yeah, I did study the notes, and if my friends are asking anything from the notes, I could say. But when I'm the same thing, when I'm saying it in an MCQ way, some questions I couldn't do it, even though I know I have read it somewhere. I don't know how to deal with the MCQs. Those things I did do some things at the test, like I could solve something, but at the same time I couldn't do it. The good thing is, like after we giving TND and after submitting the paper, right after that we have the discussion session. So you will be explaining the questions and what they are asking, and what we thought that what they are asking, and what you shouldn't make mistake, that because they would have mentioned that word except, or they might have gave the some other thing, but you would have took a wrong clue and you went with that. And these things you should not do in that exam. The same thing, that's why we have designed the question like that. And there we realized that they knew that we are going to make this mistake, and we did it. So these things we shouldn't do it in the exam. So right after discussing that, like when we are going back to our room, it is like we did prepare well, we did do mistakes, and we did learn it at the same day. After that, after going for revising that TND session, like for 1 hour or 1.5 hours, after it just stays in the mind like that. And after that, preparing like the same thing happening for 3, 4, 5 months. At the end, like we are like a complete package kind of, we could able to solve many questions. And I would say that the integrated session, like what we had last time, it was the best of all. So like, like in the last 2, 3 days and all, we were like just seeing that integrated session, literally like 7, 8 subjects getting covered in there. Like, but we were like planned to do medicine, pathology, and pharmacology, but it was literally covering 7, 8 subjects, and it was so helpful. And when we are doing these kind of sessions, we could able to solve more like clinical questions from the exams.
The pleasure is all mine, Doc. So I'm glad that all these sessions have been helpful to you. So the most important thing that I can derive from your answer is actually analyzing and discussing the MCQs are much more important than only solving the MCQs, because people only focus on the number of the MCQs they have solved, not on the actual answer or the discussions. So that is much more important that I've got it. Right. So now please let me know. My next question is, as we know, like this journey is a very long journey. It is a marathon race actually, right? And you have ran that marathon race for almost a year now. So how did you maintain that pace or that consistency? Were there any bad days in your preparations as well? And how did you deal with them?
Yeah, there were some bad days. Like, like I was like going, the one thing, whenever we are feeling bad or we couldn't study or anything, the one thing comes in the mind, like why you have to do it, because we have to clear this exam, and we don't have any other more motivation than that. We have to do it. So if we have to do it, we have to get up and study. And even if you're feeling lazy, and we got no other choice, and you came so far for doing that. Yeah, you're feeling lazy, but it's okay. But it happens for everyone. Like our seniors, they told that, our like teachers who are teaching for us, everyone told that everyone will have bad days. Like, but how you're gonna deal with that? If you're thinking about those days, this next 3 months also will pass, and we have to do good on our exams. To do good, we have to like maintain our time, not to waste any more time. So I was trying to do that, but still like I was so lazy, like for 3, 4 days continuously, but not able to do the same thing like how I did the last week. but I was trying my best to keep the thing going.
Great. So the most important thing now, guys, like I would like you to give some advice to your fellow mates who are aspiring for the upcoming FMG.
Like wherever you guys are preparing from, or you're from home, or you guys are attending online, or if you guys are like going for offline classes or anything, don't miss any classes. That's the first thing you should do. And you might get printed notes and everything, but instead of that, you make your own notes. It's good thing, like, teachers will be explaining everything in front of you, and you write that, because you just don't listen to the classes and understand everything. Like, some things, you will remember it visually also, like when you write. Sometimes in exams you might remember that page exactly what you wrote, and it some peoples might think it might not happen, but it is happening, and everyone have told it, and it exactly happened in the exams also. So do that, and it's gonna be like you told, sir, like it's gonna be the long journey, like for 6 months, like you studying for 1 week continuously, like for 12 hours, 14 hours. It's not gonna be the good thing, like, like every day you have to do like that. And the main thing, it is like, if you are completing pediatrics in 3 days, you have to finish it, you have to try to complete the same pediatrics on the same day, like whatever they are teaching. Yeah, it is like something kind of impossible, but we have to do it. If we do it, we will have more time at the, like a very bad kind, we will have more time to revise it. But I try to do that as much as possible, but I couldn't do it because, when at the earlier the classes were happening like 6 hours, 7 hours. But after, once it started going like 14 hours, 15 hours, we want to have food also, we need to take rest also. That time, like, I couldn't able to study on the same day. But after, like, we are crossing like 2-3 months, I started getting scared that what is this, days are going, exams are gonna come, and you still then finish these subjects. Then after that, I will sit continuously in my library rooms and everything, and I will be keep studying it. After that, once I get my self confident that, yeah, you have studied this, just go with that. After that, like, we were attending T&D and everything. So we being strong for 1-2 months at the beginning, it's not important. We have to try to be strong for the all 6 months. It is very hard, but everyone who you need, like you got Vikas sir and you got Omkar sir, like everyone is there around. Like, you can see them every day. So if you're feeling bad, you just talk to them. They are helping you through. So I was doing that every time whenever we were down and everything. And to Vinayak sir also, he also, like, whenever I was feeling down, I used to talk to him also. Like, so try to stay as strong as possible and prepare. Like, if you prepare hard, we will clear it. It will happen. Yeah, we will get scared, but everyone gets scared also. But that we should have some little hope. I was also scared. I couldn't sleep properly even after the exam. Today morning also, I couldn't, like, when that I saw that PDF, I was like scared. But I had some hope that I'm not gonna against it for the next 6 more months and prepare, because I did prepare well. I have some hope that I will clear, and it did happen for me. So keep your hopes high and prepare. Think good things will happen if we like work hard for that.
Right. So now with this, I conclude this session, and I'm utterly thankful to you. And I'm glad that AFMG could be a part of your journey. And we are glad that you have successfully come out of it with flying colors. And we wish you all the luck and all the very best for all your future endeavors. And we hope your train of success keeps going on and on. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.